Hi, my name's Sarayda and I'll be telling a fairy tale about the solitary leg. Many, many years ago, there was a very beautiful lady whose beauty enchanted so many people, but she used it to her advantage. She was cruel, and she'd say many bad things to people. She'd do very bad things to people as well. And people decided in the village that they were going to get rid of her, but they were going to teach her a lesson and were planning to cut one of her legs off so she would have like her punishment for all the things that she did in the village. And so this is what happened one day. She was in the forest and all the people from the village gathered around her and started punching her, started throwing stones at her, and so they decided to mutilate her with 3 weapons. One of the weapons was a dagger, another one was rope to strangle her, and another one was a machete. So these were the things that she used, that they used to kill her. Okay, so they were gathered around her and they started screaming, ah, 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 until they killed her. But they did end up cutting off one of her legs. So after this terrible, terrible day, they started experiencing many strange things in the woods. They used to hear, oh, from far away, and then it would get closer. Oh, and then it would go, oh, until it was really, really loud. So everyone that would go through the woods would hear this lady, but everyone would call it the lady with one leg. So that's why it's called the solitary leg. She would go around the forest and be very, very lonely, and she would just scream out and scare people. Once there was a little boy that was going from one village to another but had to cross this forest. But he wasn't aware of the solitary leg. He was walking. He was, oh, seems very, very cold out here. And very, very scary and very, very dark. Oh well, but I know that I have the sacred prayer. He had a sacred prayer that with that prayer, he would make this solitary leg go out running out of fear. And so he would use this prayer. He would pray, solitary, solitary leg, if you come near me, I will mutilate your leg with the 3 weapons, the dagger, the rope, and the machete. And he would repeat and repeat it. First it was really, really soft. It would be a solitary, solitary, solitary leg. If you come near me, I'll mutilate your leg with the 3 weapons, dagger, rope, and machete. So he would do this. But then suddenly he would hear, oh, then he would hear louder. It seemed to get closer. Oh, and then it got much closer. Oh, and closer and closer and closer. And then whoa, suddenly He says the prayer again, solitary, solitary, solitary leg, get away from me, or I'll mutilate your leg. And then whoosh, he would hear this loud, loud gushing of the wind, and it would go away. And so this is the experience of this little boy. And he would get to the other side of the village and tell all his friends and all his family what he had gone through. So this was the only prayer that everyone began to use, because it began to scare the solitary leg so much that it wouldn't do anything anymore. And that is the end of the story. Thank you.